Hello everyone, my name is Matthias Loh from Group 20 and the country representing is Brunei. Now let's see some general information of Brunei in 2021. The population of Brunei is 0.445 millions and the exchange rate of Brunei dollar to USD is 1.344 Brunei dollar. The GDP of Brunei in 2021 is 20,236 millions in USD. The land area of Brunei is 5,270 km square, while the KPI growth in Brunei is 1.5%. Lastly, the GDP growth of Brunei for 2021 is 0.95%. Now, let's see the trade openness of Brunei. The average trade openness of Brunei has slightly decreased over the years, from year 1998 to 2017. The highest trade openness of Brunei is in 2013. Which is around 110% of its GDP. While, as you can see, the lowest trade openness of Brunei is 2017, which is around 83% of its GDP. Now, let's look at the tariff rate in Brunei. The average tariff rate of Brunei has decreased over the years from year 1998 to 2017. The highest tariff rate was recorded in 1998, which is around 4, and the lowest is 2017, which is getting to 0. As you can see, the tariff rate of Brunei is getting lower and lower. However, the trade openness was not getting higher. There is some possible reason that lead to this situation. Import quotas. Import quotas directly limit the quantity of certain goods that can be imported. Governments may use quotas to protect local industry by limiting the amount of foreign competition they face. Next, lack of diversification. Brunei's economy is heavily reliant on a specific sector, which is energy. This might cause the country struggle to diversify its import base. Now, let's look at the tariff rate and trade openness of Brunei against the world. The average tariff rate of Brunei is 2.67, while the average tariff rate of the world is 7.98. We can see that Brunei tariff rate is lower than the world. This means that Brunei is seeking to attract foreign investment, enhance competitiveness, and expand its export markets. This approach aligns with its goal of transitioning from an economy heavily reliant on oil and gas to one that is more diversified and resilient. Next, let's see at the average trade openness level of Brunei against the world. The average trade openness level of Brunei is 100.98, while the average trade openness level of the world is 54.81. Thus, we can see that Brunei is considerably a very open economy. By embracing a strategy of low tariff rates and high trade openness, Brunei aims to position itself as an attractive investment destination, increase job opportunities, enhance its economy resilience, and elevate its global standing. Lastly, let's look at the average labor productivity in Brunei. The average labor productivity in Brunei is 1,072.68. Now, let's look at the correlation of trade openness. The correlation of trade openness with economic regression using GDP is negative 0.29, suggesting a negative relationship where the greater trade decreases the country's GDP, but with a low level of occurrence. You may be wondering, why greater trade decrease the GDP of Brunei? One possible reason is resource dependency. If a country heavily relies on a single commodity for its exports, such as oil or gas in the case of Brunei, fluctuation in global commodity prices can lead to a decline in export revenues and subsequently impact GDP. If an international demand for the primary export decreases, it can have a negative effect on overall economic output. Next, correlation of trade openness with labor productivity is 0.51, suggesting a positive relationship where the greater trade does increase labor productivity. This also has a moderately high chance of occurrence. You may be wondering, why greater trade increase labor productivity? One reason is specialization and comparative advantage. Trade openness allows countries to focus on producing goods and services in which they have a comparative advantage. This means that countries can specialize in producing what they have what they are relatively more efficient at producing. Specialization enables economics of skills, leading to improved efficiency and higher productivity. And now I'll pass to my group mate.
Hi, I'm Jahao. Now I'll be discussing the economic trend in Brunei. In general, there is a declining trend. There are anomalies between 2004 and 2007 in the agriculture sector. Average growth rate for the respective sector during the period was following. Agriculture industry sector is negative 0.08 and service sector is 2.87. Brunei's economy has long been reliant on its vast oil and natural gas reserves, which have provided significant revenue and supported the country's development. This dependency on energy sector has sometimes led to a focus on extracting and exporting these resources rather than diversifying into other industries. The presence of abundant natural resources can sometimes lead to what's known as the resource curse. This refers to the situation where country overly reliant on a single resource like oil, which can lead to economic imbalances, hinder the growth of other sectors. Next, it will be the percentage pie graph of three sectors in GDP for Brunei. The industry sector contributes the largest percentage in the economy. There is a positive relationship for manufacturer growth rate against the economic growth rate. There is a weak negative relationship with the moderate level of occurrence and employment level, therefore a lower level of occurrence. Following by that, we will be talking about the evidence of export-oriented growth. The top three export goods for Brunei are petroleum gases, hydrocarbons, and natural gases. Brunei's focus on exporting gases and chemicals, particularly in the form of liquefied natural gas, is primarily driven by its significant natural resources, endowment, and economic opportunities that arise from it. Brunei's small size and geopolitical consideration could influence its export choices. Focusing on the nice area like gas and chemicals can help the country manage risk and establish a strong position in global markets. The biggest exporting partners of Brunei are Singapore, China, and Japan. Next, Brunei has been a World Trade Organization member since 1st January 1995, and she has many trade agreements with Asia countries such as China, India, Korea, and Japan. Lastly, I will be talking about the degree of income inequality for Brunei from 2018 to 2023. From the graph, we can tell that there's a steady, moderate level of income inequality in Brunei throughout the years, hovering slightly above 0.35 on the Gini index. This is because Brunei has a generous social welfare program. The government of Brunei has implemented comprehensive social welfare programs that provide citizens with access to healthcare, education, housing, and other basic necessities. Secondly, Brunei's relative small population allows for a more targeted approach to wealth distribution and implementation of effective social welfare policies. This facilitates a more even distribution of resources among the citizens. Lastly, the free education and healthcare Brunei offers service to its citizens. This ensures that individuals from all income levels have access to quality education and healthcare, reducing the likelihood of income-related disparities. Thank you. Next, I will pass to Hongzhe for the presentation.
Hello, my name is Hong Tse. I'll be talking about effect on environment. Based on the graph, there's a general increase in CO2 from 2003 to 2018, and there's a drop in 2004 and 2005, the highest being 8,000 during 2008 and 2009. This shows an increase in environmental degradation. Between the Gini index and the trade openness, a Gini index of 0 suggests no relationship between trade openness and income inequality. Thus, the rise in trade openness might not lead to significant issues. Same goes for the Gini index and manufacturer sector. Over time, Brunei has faced challenges related to air pollution arising from industrial emissions. Incidents such as forest fires have been recurring, resulting in haze that affects human health and thus reducing labor productivity, which also cause a decline in industrial productivity. The following initiatives have been implemented to address the issues. This includes the establishment of fire breaks to hinder the fire's progression and the installation of observation towers to help detect fires at an early stage. There are also public awareness campaigns to enhance community understanding. Cooperating with ASEAN for joint efforts also helps by exchanging information among nations to develop advanced warning systems which aids in the anticipation and effective response to instances of haze.
Thank you, Hong Sir. Hi, I'm Kok Jun, and I'll be talking about the digital economy of Brunei. By having prioritized digitalization, Brunei aims to achieve its economic growth and long-term sustainability through embracing digital transformation. By utilizing ICT in more activities, it enhances its efficiency and visibility, allowing Brunei to work towards its forward-looking goals quickly. However, with the increased digitalization and usage of technology, it leads to a rise in energy consumption and its negative effect on the environment. Next, I'll be talking about how Brunei's government policy and collaboration with other Asian economies have impacted digitalization. With the policies of industry and government digitalization, it helps to assess how ready companies are in adapting technologies and emphasizes the role of government in growth of an economy. Furthermore, by having a thriving digital industry helps to facilitate the usage of technologies to nurture and sustain growth. Lastly, by using manpower and talent development, it ensures that its workforce are equipped with the capabilities required. All this helps with transitioning Brunei into the digital era. Additionally, as Brunei is a member of ASEAN, it promotes and discusses digitalizations and technology cooperation with member states. This helps to move Brunei forward in the digitalization with the collaboration with Asians.